High Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, tonight Stamford will be linked to the town of Masterton in the North Island of New Zealand. I want to express, first of all, the pleasure of the people of Stamford that the High Commissioner for New Zealand has found it possible, among all his duties, to spend the day in Stamford and establish this link for us. We extend an equally warm welcome to Mrs. Jordan.
Yes, yes.
The presence of the High Commissioner is an indication of his interest in this permanent association with the people of Masterton, which we are going to form tonight. Some of us here tonight have friends or relations in New Zealand. We can remember how quickly that dominion came to our side when war was declared. During the war, we all read of the magnificent exploits of her fighting men, and we were proud to have them with us. Only recently, we were astounded by the gift of £12 million presented by the people of New Zealand to this country. This link, which is being established tonight, is not merely a sentimental one. That exists already. Though I do not believe it is necessary to increase the sentimental bond that already exists between our two peoples, this function has a far more important purpose than that. Within the framework of the United Nations, the British Commonwealth stands as a great promise of peace. With its traditions of freedom and independence of the dominions, it might be said that our Commonwealth held out the greatest hope of peace of any international force in the world. And yet, how ignorant we are of the people who live in the dominions. In this country, we tend to take them for granted, forgetting that their peoples are now great self-governing nations like ourselves, each working out her own future. Personally, I welcome the splendid opportunity we in Stamford now have of getting to know our friends. And you can imagine how much stronger the British Commonwealth would be if similar links were established by towns all over the United Kingdom. And now it is my pleasant duty to introduce to you our distinguished visitor, the Right Honourable W.J. Jordan, High Commissioner for New Zealand. The first thing I must tell you about the High Commissioner of New Zealand is that he is really not a New Zealander at all. He's an Englishman. In 1904, William Joseph Jordan, with a spirit of adventure, decided to seek his fortune in New Zealand, where he commenced bush farming, later going into business. And I would ask you, on behalf of the people of Stamford, to accept this replica of the ancient coat of arms of the borough and to convey it with the best wishes and warm greetings to the Mayor and people of Masterton.
Mr. Mayor, Lady Mayoress, Deputy Mayor, the Town Clerk, and friends all, I want to first express my gratitude to you, Mr. Mayor, and to the Mayoress, Deputy Mayor, and the friends who welcome my wife and me to this historic town. We've had a happy time. We're grateful, too, to Lord and Lady Exeter for the kind hospitality, your church gatherings, lodges, and so on. And it will never be forgotten We know that you had 1 and 2pence worth of meat, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of tea, a little bit of butter. But with that little bit, you entertained the soldiers, the servicemen and women from overseas. You would say that's all right, but my word, it was a big thing to do. You hadn't enough for yourself, and yet you shared the little with the men from overseas. Mr. Mayor, it will never be forgotten by those people. They will take advantage of every opportunity of saying thank you. I bring to this gathering the greetings of the Prime Minister of New Zealand, of the Parliament, the people of New Zealand, especially the Mayor, Mr. Kemp, the Council and the people of that delightful little borough of Masterton. I hope we can establish that link between Stamford and Masterton, which has been spoken of. And I'm delighted, Mr. Mayor, that you should say, let the young folk be in touch with one another, pen friends to write. They will tell you about the birds and the people and so on of New Zealand, and you will tell them this great county of Lincolnshire. Friendships will be established and have been established in that way that will go on through the years. It will lead up, you can see it growing, at getting to know one another, of visiting that country and this country. And if it is possible, it will draw the people closer together, although that's impossible. I would be delighted to see you, Mr. Mayor, or one of your number, stand up in Masterton and give the greetings of the people of this district to the people there. I shall ride out to Masterton, and I shall tell them what glorious weather you have in Stamford. And as the people of Stamford, as the people of Masterton, as the people of this great, great Britain and the people of the Dominion of New Zealand, we can bind ourselves together, as we say. We will fear God, honor the King, and love the brotherhood. Thank you.